2002, no one wanted to invest in internet companies or e-commerce, but broadband was getting lit up. Mobile devices were getting lit up. Rapid technology maturation. You're seeing that with this huge rally in Solana.
This crypto market is getting absolutely wild.
What is your real take?
This is Circle CEO Jeremy Allaire.
Digital commodities are here to stay.
Which is the company behind stablecoin USDC.
By the way, you're more in the currency camp in terms of what you do.
Talking about the potential of Solana.
You're seeing that with this huge rally in Solana.
But breaking news, Donald Trump just released mugshot NFTs on Polygon.
Hi everyone, this is your favorite president, Donald J. Trump, with some very exciting news. My last two Trump digital trading card collections sold out in just hours. And now I'm back with my latest series called the Mugshot Edition. I wonder where that came from, the Mugshot Edition.
As described by Trump, just like baseball cards, but you collect them digitally, and each Trump digital trading card is $99 USD, plus the low transaction fee required to interact with the Polygon blockchain. And Trump's trying to sell a lot of Polygon NFTs.
And here is the best part. I'm doing two important things for my Trump collectors. For the first time, we're creating a real physical Trump card. Purchase 47 digital cards and we'll mail you a beautiful trading card. It is an authentic piece of the suit I wore when I took that now famous mugshot, and it was a great suit, believe me, a really good suit. It's all cut up and you're gonna get a piece of it. I'll be autographing some of them. A true collector's item. This is something to give to your family.
So Polygon hodlers are loving this today, but this is also just as good for Ethereum.
Some people call these cards pop art or modern art. I wish I looked as good as I do on those cards, that I can tell you. They give me muscles where, believe me, I don't have them.
So Trump continues to back Polygon. BlackRock continues to prepare for Bitcoin. BlackRock Bitcoin ETF now invites participants from Wall Street banks. So a change to the structure of the proposed spot Bitcoin ETF would enable authorized participants, APs, to create new shares in the fund with cash rather than only with cryptocurrency, essentially opening the door to banks who cannot hold crypto directly. And the reason that this is so much bigger than many people realize, as highly regulated US banks are unable to hold Bitcoin themselves, this setup would enable the likes of JP Morgan or Goldman Sachs, firms with some of the largest balance sheets in the world, to act as APs to BlackRock's ETF. And that cash would directly be converted into Bitcoin. The cash APs use in this process can then be exchanged into Bitcoin by an intermediary and warehoused by the ETF's custody provider. And how should traditional finance really be looking at Bitcoin?
To the extent that we should be looking at Bitcoin as a barometer of risk on, risk off, if you think of it as a speculative asset, I don't know what you think of it as anymore, but we show it on the screen every single day because there's a lot of ownership of it around the world. There's a lot of interest in it around the world. What do you think it's an indicator of?
Sure. So a couple things. So the first is digital commodities are here to stay. And that's just, we have this new thing, digital commodities, they're here to stay. And they will be valued differently. Gold is differently valued than oil, is differently valued than copper, right? So there will be these digital commodities. Bitcoin specifically is the sort of largest digital commodity asset. Right. And I think in the minds of many of the people who are investing in it, this is a risk hedge asset. It can be correlated to availability of money supply, but it also can be uncorrelated. So it doesn't fit every box clearly. And I think you're hearing from sovereigns, from the Ray Dalios of the world, the Larry Finks of the world, others, that they believe that in a complex geopolitical environment, a complex macroeconomic environment, this is an asset that one should have some exposure.
But we should not think of it as a currency.
And like always for me, Bitcoin to me is much more of an investment, a store of value. I don't want to spend, but I will spend my stablecoins.
I mean, by the way, you're more in the currency camp in terms of what you do.
Correct, yes. So digital dollars that can be a strong store of value medium of exchange that have all the powers of the internet. That's what dollar stablecoins do. Huge innovation. I expect to be explosive in terms of its growth in the coming years. Just a huge utility for dollars on the internet, huge appetite for dollars on the internet. That's a very big thing. And that's distinct from people who want a currency hedge, so to speak, or a store of value hedge.
But for my crypto, into 2024, is regulation getting better?
So a couple things. The first is global versus U.S. In every major financial market center around the world, they're actually putting in place clear regulations on digital assets and stablecoins. So Hong Kong, Singapore, Japan, the UK, the EU, UAE, like you go these places and they actually are doing it. And so the U.S. is behind. I think that's one. In the U.S., you've got really three big bodies of policy issues. You have markets and how to regulate markets, and there you've got a territorial turf war going on and some kind of political posturing. And then you've got stablecoins. Everyone seems to agree about stablecoins. It's just a matter of when, not if. And then you have this sort of illicit finance stuff, which has become obviously...
That's what Elizabeth Warren
Warren, a very bipartisan kind of issue there. And those are the three big policy kind of components. Now, with respect to markets, which is, I think, that the thing that attracts the most attention, there is a fundamental disagreement between one particular agency and some of the other agencies and Congress.
The SEC and the CFTC, and I ask because we've got Russ Benham coming on.
Right. The SEC, the CFTC, and then obviously Congress and the courts. And the beauty of the U.S. system is we have all three branches, and they're all kind of trying to figure out how to work that out.
And then finally, Solana hodlers are loving this. Jeremy Allaire, Circle CEO, compares what Solana is doing today, the innovation, to what Amazon was doing in 2002.
A lot of stuff was being built, right? So you had major financial institutions building away at trying to create institutional investment platforms like BlackRock and Fidelity and others. You had very significant investments continuing in the actual infrastructure side of this. So it's sort of like after the dot-com bust, you had, 2002, no one wanted to invest in internet companies or e-commerce, but broadband was getting lit up, mobile devices were getting lit up, all the infrastructure was getting there, so that actually the technology became highly usable and useful. And so I think a number of things are happening right now. We're seeing rapid technology maturation. You're seeing that with this huge rally in Solana, which, if you're not familiar, is sort of makes using blockchains fast and relatively easy. You have this institutionalization and the clarity that comes from that.
And real quick, the final two pieces of altcoin news that I found today, although if I missed something, comment down below. Number one, Celestia. Celestia to integrate with Polygon's CDK for data availability in 2024. What that means is the Celestia network will integrate with Polygon's Chain Development Kit, CDK, sometime early next year. The integration will provide an easily pluggable component for Polygon-based networks to use Celestia for data availability. And although this is a win-win, this will truly benefit the Polygon network. The announcement claimed that transaction fees could be reduced by more than 100 times if networks stored compressed transaction data on Celestia instead of Ethereum. And also, big altcoin news, honored to receive the Best SocialFi Project 2023 at Indian Blockchain Week, first of many. So the XCAD network just received this award, the Zilliqa team congratulating. And the reason is because XCAD is about to launch their friend tech competitor very soon. Be sure to subscribe for one video per day, keeping you informed about crypto. Like always, see you tomorrow. Appreciate you.